really well for today.
It definitely is showing cheap. This is your time to shine. Prediction.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm joking. You don't have to predict. But what do you feel like kind of building up for and looking for to finish off that draft edge, as God's put it?
Gabby hero, something that can kill PA. It could be a maybe a Morphling? Oh no, it got banned. Sad. Oh, when I look at Gabby's heroes, I'm like struggle. Like TB's banned, PA's been picked, Morphling's banned. He plays Luna. She's still in the pool. I don't know how I would rate. I don't know how I rate her into PA though. I guess she's like pretty fast, so she would be able to roll really well with this Beastmaster tempo. Wow, I love Faceless Void. This hero's sick.
That's cool. Avoid this game. The Chrono is good against so many of these heroes.
Yeah, great synergy. Great with the kisses. Great with the Conquerboat. Able to like even extend like for Whitemon to allow to ult on top of it afterwards. Like, yeah, I mean, great. It's a great game.
All right, you guys seem to really enjoy this T1 draft, but I'm gonna shake up my question again. This time I'm gonna ask you, what times throughout this game are we looking for? Like, where do you think are gonna be the most impactful moments for potentially T1 and Boom Sheep?
Love me.
Really hard to say. I just feel like there's a lot on FVZ to kind of kill a lot with his role and do a lot there. Because if him and Yopaj can go and fight a lot and make it like kill Cuckoo a lot, make it hard for him to take towers and take map space, then I think Jackie should have enough space to kind of at least be a carry in this game. I think Faceless Void is really nice this game, but I also think PA is not like the worst thing ever into it, you know? Like, this isn't like last game. It's not like, okay, raking into TV now.
And what about you, Gods? Well, when will you be looking?
I think for particularly T1 is like when they get their BKBs up on their mid and their carry on the Kunkka Void. I think they don't have good ways to deal with these BKBs initially. Later on, like they can maybe address them once PA gets farmed, but those BKBs are going to come up before the PA is maybe ready to start joining fights.
Well, we are jumping into game number 2 of this series. The winner is going to be going to the grand final. So this game could decide if T1 are going to get the express ticket all the way to that grand final, as I'm heading on out and leaving Gods and Sheep to the cast.
So long, Nat. I'll miss you.
It's not too far. Don't worry, Sheep. I apologize. You're stuck with me. It is what it is.
Boys suck.
We do. I can vouch for that. What do we got? I had something I was going to ask you, but I've already forgotten now because I'm being called
My bad,
out.
I was bullying.
That's all right.
Okay, yeah. This is an exciting game. I'm trying to think about how the lanes are gonna go. These are all the things I try and think of on the spot when the draft is going on, but it's like it's too much at once, you know? So I'm like,
Yeah. I like T1's draft, but I'm secretly kind of hoping for a game 3. I want to see Boom bounce back.
I love Boom. I'd love to see Boom win. Let's go, Boom. Woo!
Whoa.
I'm not biased.
Caster? Whoa.
I'm not biased. I just want a close series, guys.
Yeah. Good Dota. That's what we're biased for.
Yeah. I heckin' love good Dota. Okay. So, we got a PA and a Bane against Beastmaster Snapfire. I think that is definitely heavily favored in PA's favor, at least in the early levels. It would be nice if they can get their level 2 first. I think they could easily just sneak out quite a few kills. Oh, Timsy's so good at stealing! Wow, a thief!
Every single time, this man. His Weaver, we saw it yesterday, is an absolute nuisance. So I'm expecting some more of that.
Oh, he blocks a small camp, but it gets scouted, and he has no way of knowing there's a ward up there. What a shame.
Well, yeah, won't be scouting that hill anytime soon, but...
Oh gosh, it's even worse. It's not Bane PA, it's PA Weaver. That is so much more kill threat.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Tims, he doesn't unblock his small camp. He put his sentry in the wrong place, so... Actually, no, well, he wanted to block the big camp, so it looks like that'll be okay for him, but... Doesn't see the... So both camps down bottom will be blocked, but... Yeah, we'll see how this
I
PA
think they're
does.
okay with that. Yeah. If they can just... They should just focus on, like, kind of hitting down the Bora, I feel like, and then you can... Because that's the nice part about PA into Beastmaster. It's not just the fact that it's hard for him to harass her when she has Blur Up, but it's also that she's able to kill the boars with the Stifling Daggers. She's able to jump him, and he doesn't really have a way to protect himself. It's a very rough matchup for Beast, I would say.
Does the Snapfire make up for that at all with like the kill threat that a Snapfire brings to the table?
Not really. She's okay. Like, she's just a strong 4 in general, so it's like always just gonna be nice there. But like, they've hit level 2 now, bot. So I would watch right now. They're gonna go.
Yeah, they're instantly jumping on Kuku, who's still level 1, and with the bug on him, a couple more right clicks. Jackie has a dagger in a second, and that's first blood going his way. You called it, Sheepo. The second they hit 2, they jump.
Yeah, that is Jackie pulled the creeps into his tower, which basically meant the wave would die first for them, which meant they got the level 2 first. It's exactly how they're meant to play this lane. I think it was probably a mistake, honestly, by T1 to either let that happen or not be more aware of it and be kind of out of harm's way. It's just hard to be out of harm's way. That's the scary thing about PA Weaver. Weaver's going to Shikuchi onto you, PA's going to jump onto you. You can move back so that you're you're trying not to be in harm's way, but they will just catch you. They will just jump.
These other lanes very aggressive as well. The supports both surviving on like 1 hit from death up top, and mid lane, Yopaj and Carl were also incredibly low. So a lot of early aggression coming out from both teams, but it does feel like this bottom lane with an early Orb of Corrosion coming out, that's where we're going to likely see a lot more kind of aggression coming out from this Boom Esports side.
Yeah, there's no easy combos this game for kills, like the Shadow Demon and the Mirana that we saw. I think T1 ran it twice, like once yesterday, once today. Like in the sort of Bane, Shadow Demon, and Mirana thing, it's so easy for them to just go around and kill people. This game is a little bit harder. They can still bring supports mid for like these power runes. I think they'll be a big point. Like Yopaj is really gonna want these runes this game.
Yep. They've gone in again onto Kuku. They're looking for this kill once more. They get rid of the bug, but that's not going to be enough as another kills goes the way of Jackie.
That's just the lane. What can you do?
Yep. It seems every single time we see this lane, they're just getting kill after kill. 3 now to Jackie's name. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom, as you were saying. Like, this is how the lane is kind of just goes. There is comeback potential, right, for Kuku and for T1 with the Beastmaster. Or
No,
maybe not if he instantly dies. Yeah. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. One more dagger. Is it going to be enough? Ooh, he barely lives. Seems he wants it. He's going to Shikuchi in. He breaks the salve. He's willing to die for it. He knows Kuku has no TP, and he may not even die. He may want to die because... Okay, it's just going to TP back to base. Wow. What a disaster for Kuku. This is worse than it normally goes. This is maybe starting to get into, like, too bad to come back territory. I don't know.
Yeah, like, I mean, Jackie was... like the top of level 3, about to hit level 4, and Kuku was still level 2, and he just kind of walks up. I don't really know how you're meant to recover lanes like this. I'll be real. I'm not a good enough player to do it. And I don't even know if T1 know how to do it either. I think you have to maybe drag waves with Boar, but it's hard because they're so good at killing Boars on their lane bot. Maybe top the
Tim's. Yeah, they go in. FBZ gets a nice shield crash off, and they've got the kill onto Whitemon. No revenge kill from Gabby because of the disarm. He couldn't really get any right clicks off, so that is at least something else going Boom's way. They are having their way in both top and bottom lane. Salving up is Jackie's PA, so he's going to be ready to fight again soon. And yeah, that big question you're asking is, how does this Beastmaster recover? We'll figure out what Kuku's answer for it is soon, I guess. Whether or not it's going to work is maybe another matter, but for now, he's trying to stick it out down bottom.
I know watching... I think watching Zai as a player has always been very fun for me because he's a player that generally tends to have bad lanes and get like messed over, you know. And he's so good at coming back from that. A lot of the times I see him just kind of play back and like farm like the hard camp in your triangle, and try and recover there. Oh, he's dead again. Oh no! Oh no! Oh Kuku! Oh no!
Oh, and Gabby dies top while that was going on. That's a bigger kill, really. Yopaj with the rotation on the Queen of Pain. Sonic Wave was used, and he just TP's back mid.
600 runes are coming up. We'll see supports move towards that.
Nice. That's Beastmaster's time to shine. Means Weaver is not in lane. What I'm hearing is he's got a, a 1v1 lane for a little bit.
1v1 lane. Can he even stand against Jackie? He's like 2 levels up on him with a corrosion and treads.
He's thinking about
no,
jungle, but Tim's is there. Leave him alone, Tim's. This is bullying at this point.
His swarm was on a 3-second cooldown, and that is the only reason you're alive, Cuckoo.
Gabby could be in some trouble top. They're going for the Rolling Thunder, but they're going to find a bit of an easier target to bring down in White Monster Disruptor. FBC finds the nice little pillar to bounce off, and will get their 8th kill on the Boom Esports side. Well, I like T1's draft, but this is not a good landing stage for them. Definitely a bit concerning. They're going to rotate in Carl on the Kunkka, but he instantly gets nightmared up. Snapfire's there maybe to help guarantee that this torrent lands. They're going to throw out the Ghost Ship as well. That's just the Bane. Boom will happily give up the Bane, and FBZ's still hunting. He wants Gabby. He may be able to finish off the Void. He's got no time walk. It's level 1. If he gets one more right click off, luckily the time dilation slow is going to stop that from happening, and Tim's with the Shikuchi doesn't find him, but Yopaj rocks up to the party with an Arcane Root. Quap gets another kill, and they may get more. They know Zephyr's up here, I believe. They want this tower. They want these kills, and they're going to probably get both. And Zephyr was going to do what damage he can. But, oh boy, is this going poorly for them.
Wow. This is such a dominating game. This is 7 minutes. We have 11 kills.
This is the Boom Esports way. When things are clicking, they're getting kills and playing this hyper-aggressive early mid-game. And sometimes early games can look like this for Boom.
Yeah, this is crazy. 7-minute tower for them, top lane. And the map is going to close. This is... Oh, this is rough. Faceless Void is not a carry that has any real strength in the early game. He combos his Chrono with spells like Mortimer's Kisses on Snap, right? But like alone, he usually doesn't do that much damage. He's very much a slow carry that comes online later. And if you are losing farm on the map, because you're losing your tower so early because the enemy is snowballing and winning all their lanes, I think that that spells for a very difficult faceless game. If you use Chrono, you're pretty much useless for a long time after that, and that's a very it's like what, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes for Boom to do whatever they want when it's off on cooldown.
Yeah. Well, the pressure perhaps then goes on to the supports as well as Carl on the Kunkka, because they're not getting anything out of Cuckoo for some time with his slow start, so we'll see what kind of moves they can maybe make with Carl going for some early rotations. But even him, he's only got level 1X, so it's not like he can just be this easy catch until he gets a few more levels. Things just looking rough as Tim's comes in, does walk into a Sentry Ward. He could be in some trouble here with the Torrent follow-up, gets X'd up as well. He's going to try Shikuchi's way out of this one, but the Ghost Ship is there waiting for him, so they'll get the kill on the Weaver.
That's good. Just get what you can take. I think Cuckoo now at least he has his level 3 boars, so he can just farm jungle camps now. I think that's what he needs to do. He needs he's farming this camp now. If he wants, maybe he could even move into the enemy's jungle and try and farm there. At least take some space away from Jackie.
Okay.
It's a little risky, but I feel like when you're down this hard, you have to just try and find a farm where you can. You can't just take this single hard camp and then be content with that. Because if Jackie just controls the wave, which he kind of is, he's even pulling into the hard camp, he's just denying farm. Cuckoo can't get farm anywhere else. Maybe you gotta start getting creative, maybe at the cost of your life.
Oh. At this point, yeah, Jackie getting the full lane as well as those neutral creeps has put him well on top of the net worth and skyrocketing ahead of everybody in this game. So that's before Battle Fury even comes out. So they've got some problems to address here across the board. Not just the Jackie PA, but all 3 lanes kind of falling apart in many ways. And Boom got to be spying for. As for Boom, they're going to obviously keep farming up the PA Battle Fury, but it feels like the rest of them can keep playing aggressive at it. Are they going to keep looking? Are they going to try to take this to a mid tower soon? What's kind of the next move for them?
Man, I'm not sure either way. I think if you're Boom, you just want to keep power farming, and what is your timing? It's Queen of Pain just going. She's rushing a BKB, which seems smart to me. Gabby's committing a Chrono just for support.
It's part of the take what you can get plan that you mentioned earlier, I guess.
I was just thinking about Gabby and his chrono, and how like they haven't like he's had the 6 for quite a while and he hasn't made any moves. And I was thinking, I guess like he's just valuing like trying to get as much farm as he can instead of, because if you know, what would you rather have, like 2 waves top or like smoking for a minute to maybe get a kill?
Yeah.
With chrono, like he clearly values the money.
Oh, this would be a great rotation if it worked, but unfortunately he gets scouted out. There was a sentry ward there. Tim's is now going to come in as well, so Carl thought he could maybe find the PA with some help TPing in, but they sniffed it out, and unfortunately for T1, that gank does not work out for them.
Oh, they're contesting the ancient stack.
Yeah. Oh no, they got to get this if you're T1. You cannot afford to lose this. Skem's got a nice grip onto Whitemon. Does end up getting cancelled though. Then the Static Storm gets dropped as well. Cuckoo's now rotating in. He's holding onto his Roar for now, but with FBZ showing up with the Rolling Thunder, they could be in some trouble. Holds onto the Rolling Thunder for now, as both teams trade supports, but the Ancient Stack is the big juicy prize for whoever gets to control this area and win this team fight. And right now, that's looking like it's going to be Boom.
Oh, scary, scary.
Yeah.
Cuckoo's like, at least let me have the XP, guys. Come on.
He's trying. It looks like eventually Boom do have to back off and give up the rest of it. They do take some of the smaller creeps, so not bad, but with no PA Battle Fury up quite yet, and also PA had TP top to go farm, they didn't quite have the manpower to fight over those Ancients.
Yeah, surprising, honestly. I guess they felt they were lacking like burst or resources. They were getting pretty low on mana. Like FBZ did have roll still, but they decided not to really chance it. Like Cuckoo still had roll. If he did roll, you know, he probably just gets rolled up and it's maybe not that effective. Maybe they allow time for heroes to respawn on T1 and then they launch another counter attack. It's kind of scary. It's a risky move for sure. I think it was very heads up on Boom to just kind of like, you know, cut your losses and just leave. They got enough.
And now they've got a Battle Fury PA, so instantly Jackie's gone to an Ancient Stack of his own, so his farm about to skyrocket. And Cuckoo, his Helm, 13 minutes in, is only now coming out, so it feels like he's just not really able to do Beastmaster things this game. No pressure on that bottom tier 1 tower at all.
He should start to do that now, because PA is about to show top. They're going to know that she's away. That's kind of like, there's a lot of kill threat for Cuckoo this game. They can kind of kill him with most heroes, but I think PA is like the one that scares you the most. At this point, he should be able to just stop pressuring and kind of gang a reaction bot.
Yeah. Even if he dies again, it feels like you can't just sit back and try farm when you're a Beastmaster. The rest of his team are smoked up, though, trying to use those ultimates. With next Chronosphere up, as well as a Mortimer's Kisses, T1 do have the damage to kill some of these cores, and Yopaj is going to walk into them, but with FBZ initiating with a Rolling Thunder plus the Blink, there's just nothing they can really do to take this fight initially. Zephyr does TP out in the trees, but gets nightmared up before it can complete. He's going to go down, and it looks like Gabby decides there's just no opportunity to go for a Chronosphere. And without Zephyr's Snapfire, they don't have the damage really to follow it up.
Cuckoo is farming through the jungle right now, which I'm not sure I agree with. I think even if you're afraid of heroes ganking you, the nice thing about Beastmaster is you can shove lane with your creeps and sit in the trees, right? And just provide the aura. So I feel like this whole thing is happening mid and he's not pressuring bot tower, and that's kind of a mistake on his part.
Okay. Well, we'll see if he changes his approach to this one. As for now, he's not trying to make the most of the farm he can get, but no pressure really being applied. Does come out to lane now, but there's a Weaver there positioned to maybe defend this tower, but backup is coming. Gabby on his Void is making his way down this bottom lane. Thinking that maybe they want to even try to take a fight down here.
That's good. Bring bodies. That's kind of how you get objective top. Oh, scared.
Poor Bane. Will end up going down. Gets the tips as well. Now bottom lane. Looks like a fight could be brewing here. The Chronosphere with the Kisses. Doing some good damage. FBZ gets the Swashbuckle away, but won't survive through it all. 2 dead on the Boom side, but showing up is Jackie on the PA. He's ready to fight even without the BKB. Needs to be careful. The damage is a lot, but he gets out of the Ghost Ship. Nice Phantom Strike. Gets him back for safety, and Yopaj on the Quap. Sonic Wave on through. Does some good damage to secure the kills as Tim's time-lapse to heal himself back up. It has been X, so he could be in some trouble here if he's not careful. Gabby gets forced to Time Walker's way as the pig pole gets used by Carl on the Kunkka to try and escape. Yopaj still fairly healthy here, but the time dilation causing him some problems, and as a result, Tim's is going to end up going down here. Boom, not quite able to hard commit to this fight, and I mean, for T1, you got to be at least pretty happy with the outcome there, I feel.
Yeah, that was great. I think the thought I was saying before that happened was that this is how you make things happen when you're behind, is that you just need bodies. So when they bring Gabby bot to kind of link up with Cuckoo, it's like, yeah, we want to take this bot tower, or if they defend, then Cuckoo will surely die, but like, if we just keep bringing more heroes, then we can probably take a decent fight, at least. And they have the timing, they have the Chronosphere plus kisses, and that's why that fight is able to go so nicely for them. FBZ never gets the chance to use his Rolling Thunder, he just dies pretty much entirely in the Chrono. So that's great. Bring more bodies, take a good fight, and, you know, they're no longer just getting hard picked off. There's like a little bit, the foot is inching back into the game, T1.
Well, FBZ has other ideas. He's recognizing that, okay, they want to apply pressure, we can do the same thing. Don't give them an opportunity to do that by making the move first. As Paz on the quad had the BKB but got roared through it. They did take out the T1 mid tower, and now Carl BKBs himself to keep himself alive through it all. And with the Static Storm on the Pangolier, FBZ does end up dropping, so they get the T1 mid tower, but boom, lose their Pangolier in the process.
Very nice. It's a BKB timing coming out for both Carl and Yopaj in this game. I think that fight as well, you're not only killing FBZ, but you're also getting Quap's 9-second BKB. I think you're pretty happy with that, especially when you feel like you're so behind on T1.
Yep. Well, their ultimates will be coming up pretty soon. The Chronosphere being the big one in 17 seconds, so we'll see if they look to make another go with this one. Gabby has managed to claw his way back to at least somewhat respectable farm. Well behind the PA, but he's not completely out of this game in terms of his own itemization.
Well, I do think Boom could maybe take a fight soon and look to Roche. Jackie just got his BKB, so that's a timing for them. Maybe they're feeling strong with that they can go fight. There is a threat of Chronosphere, of course, you don't want to ruin.
Skem's been caught. Nice cookie with the kisses.
Okay. Maybe that's the timing for them. Now there's no kisses, even if they have Chronosphere, the damage for it is gone. So maybe on Skim's respawn they want to make a move. Maybe they want to keep dodging. I'm not really sure how they as a pro team decide how to deal with Chronosphere, because you can't just say, oh, we're never going to fight, there's a Chronosphere, right? And it's also...
They walk into Roshan, that's... Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I like that. No. All good. They moved bot on T1, so Boomers take Roche. That's great.
And T1 us smoked up, headed that way. But they got to get there soon. It's dropping pretty fast with the minus armor. And as you kind of mentioned, no kisses. So the damage in Chrono, it's not non-existent. They've got the Kunkka boat still, but it's a bit lacking. And Roshan's already dropped, so T1 are too late to the party.
That is a counter to Faceless Void. That you don't have to be afraid of Chrono if you just have 2 lives.
Perfect. Off of that, Boom, 7k gold lead. Jackie's still farming up a bit, has Deso queued up, but not necessarily in any rush to apply pressure, but of course Boom probably feeling pretty strong right now.
Yeah, this won't be like a high ground Aegis or anything. They're definitely just going to use it to try and get more map control. Like, Jackie's going to farm towards Deso, which is going to be a really big power spike. That's probably, that's like the item that, you know, removes T1's heroes from existence. That's when you see support start dropping in like a crit. But they can still like apply pressure onto buildings and stuff, and probably try and take a tier 2 tower, get the outpost, and really like squeeze the map dry in terms of farm, increase their net worth lead, and then hopefully with the second Aegis, that's when they end the game out.
Rolling Thunder being used from afar. They're hunting the Void, but he's already TP'd out. FBZ, ooh. He was there about a second late. He wasn't that close in the end, but he knew exactly what Void was trying to do, farming one more wave. But Gabby, good carry awareness.
That was kind of funny. He ulted and then just rolled into a wall and just bounced off
Oh, I didn't see that part. I wonder if he would have got there in time if he didn't hit that wall. Or was he just too far away?
So. He was pretty far. He was up near the cliff. And Gabby was all the way down in the trees. But yeah. I mean, Gabby's getting there. He's got Maelstrom, he's got BKB, he's farming up, he's trying his best. He actually hasn't like fed really this game. Carl hasn't either, honestly. Like most of the kills all just happened onto like Cuckoo. Like Cuckoo sacrifices his game, but like we talked about, he's still a Beastmaster. In this game, if he can just roll PA, then yeah, maybe there's like a chance that the T1 can take these fights. I think PA's the only one that's like really, really scary.
Yep. And you mentioned that, I think it was the Fnatic game with jabs on Beastmaster, very reminiscent, where he feeds in lane, but then has those impacting roars in the mid game against the PA. Can basically deal with her BKB as a result. They've got a lot of ways to deal with the BKBs this game, theoretically, with the Chronosphere on top of it. So, could be something that Boom have to respect.
It's also nice that like Kunkka boat is so strong, the Rum is gonna make it so maybe PA isn't just one-shotting your heroes.
They're making signs they want to defend this top lane. Carl TP's in with the Shadow Blade. And the rest of his team are looking to back him up here. The tower already going to be going down, so it looks like T1, they had ideas of taking a fight and defending up top, but didn't quite find the pathway to initiate in.
There's only 2 minutes left now on the Aegis. I'm not sure if they want to try and force a move, like smoke up and take a fight. Otherwise, it's kind of... It's not exactly wasted. They are doing what they wanted. They got top tower, they take the outpost. The map is closing for T1 a little bit right now, but when this Aegis goes down, now Chronosphere is like actually scary again. So maybe it's a good idea to try and take a fight with the Aegis, force the Chrono out, and then you have this period where the Aegis would be gone and there's no Chronosphere, and that's like, you're still powerful. Otherwise they just keep farming, which I also think is respectable. I think when PA gets like Basher and stuff, like she has Deso now, so now she does a lot of damage. Now she just needs some control. So when she gets like Basher or something, then that's when maybe she can kill Gabby before he can react. He is not exactly the tankiest guy. He does not have a lot of armor. He's not building items like that. He's going very defensive in terms of BKB Lincolns, so he doesn't do a lot of damage either.
See if they can find that pick off. They are looking constantly with these smokes. Feels like Boomer just going from one side of the map to the other, constantly smoking up, but T1 doing a very good job avoiding them and not fighting into this Aegis. So there's 30 seconds remaining, but even without Aegis, as you're kind of mentioning, Jackie is a big threat and a big problem.
He's TPing bot. It's like, please Gabby Chrono me. I have 24 seconds left on my Aegis, please.
Gabby, time walks away. And FBZ nearby, but again, a little bit too far. It feels like Boomer just being kind of tug of war around the map, being pulled by T1, who are like, oh, there's a hero, let's go kill him. But as soon as they start heading that way, that hero's already kind of left. So kind of a game of whack-a-mole right now, where Boom, they've got this big advantage, but they're struggling to find the pickoffs.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of... Like, this is not how you really deal with this sort of pressure from T1. Like, usually when you have a catch hero like Bane, the point is that Bane sort of sits in a lane and sets up and gets ready. So when Gabby, for example, pushes bot, you get in with Nightmare, and then your cores can like TP in or whatever, and like you have all the lockdown for that.
Next mid, but not going to lead to a whole lot with FBZ's Heal Scepter. And yeah, Scam even has this Shadow Amulet, so he could theoretically, like you say, just set up in a lane, sit invis for, you know, just wait for like 2 minutes, and eventually PA will show up. Oh, sorry, not PA, the Void will show up. Yeah. But at the same time, it feels like
Gabby's
Boomer
playing great.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Boom aren't playing like fantastic in dealing with it, but like Gabby is very aware of the fact that he's being hunted. He's not staying anywhere for too long. Oh, it's like really good. He doesn't even finish full waves. He's just like, yep, they're probably running at me. I'm going to leave. Look at this. He just walks away from the camp.
Yeah, as you say that, yeah, gets away from FBZ again. I mean, as you're saying that, obviously, Boom still far ahead and kind of getting further ahead because they've got more map control. They're farming more of the map. But is there a point where you feel like this game is going to swing back T1's way as they drag it out a bit?
Yeah, like you talked about, they have so much BKB piercing stuff. This game is the kind of game where it can always be won.
Okay.
Oh,
this could be the fight where it starts to become one. Skem walks into everybody there, but the Sonic Wave from the high ground with the Rolling Thunder. Now a Ghost Ship turner of the Torrent. It could be too much. Boom Esports get eaten alive by it initially, but the PA BKB going charging forward. eats the Void alive. He couldn't find a good Chronosphere, and Carl now all alone. Tries to Shadow Blade himself out of there, but the damage is too much. That's the PA's first BKB. Having the full 9 seconds proved to be more than enough.
It was beautiful. For both teams, actually. It was kind of like...
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, Boom are doing it! Into like the torrent. But I was like, oh my god, T1 are doing it! And then everyone was dead. PA, scary.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, Void couldn't get Chrono off, couldn't BKB. Just got controlled the entire fight. That was the hero that T1 needed to keep alive, but just wasn't quite possible.
Yeah, and look how nice that fight went for T1 considering their carry got blown up at the start of the fight. Like, that's wild. If Gabby had not died instantly and had managed to Chrono, maybe that fight is won by T1. And maybe even the worst part about that fight is that Gabby didn't waste the Chrono, so he still has it. The threat is still at large.
It was a potential Roche respawn very soon. It is not going to be for another 2 minutes, but that's something the teams are not fully aware of. But yeah, definitely some signs of life for T1 in some ways. They lost that fight, another lost fight, but the potential is definitely there if they're the ones getting the jump and getting their spells off. But outlook is still a bit grim for the time being. Looking in his scam. They find... Whoa! Cancelled his own Fiend script there. I think knowing it was about to get cancelled by the Centaur, and Carl just eats up the Bane with his BKB. Looking for a new target. Nice Chronosphere on a 2. The Ghost Ship follow-up, and they've got the Pangolier. Rolling Thunder or not, the Chronosphere is going to lock you down. Jackie comes into the fight on the PA. He's committed his BKB for this one, but he hasn't got the damage to deal with Carl, I don't think. And that Silver Edge is something he's got to respect as well. Will quickly lose all his evasion if he's not careful. Jackie comes back in with the glimpse back, but it looks like both teams with a 2 for 2 are looking to see whether or not they can re-engage. Tim's going to time-lapse himself and also get a nice Atos out onto Gabby. The cookie away. Gabby gets low and he dies to the Sonic Wave. Oh, the crit. I think the crit actually killed him before the Sonic Wave. It wasn't. He didn't even get hit by the Sonic Wave.
Yeah, he got crit to death. Oh my gosh. Jackie doing so much damage.
Well, you can see this Void having a tough time just surviving through all the damage and the root now from the Weaver Atos. That, again, another fight where things look okay for T1, but the end result, not so okay.
Yeah, that fight was kind of sad, I suppose. It feels bad when you're not getting PA in the Chrono, just because she's such a threat. She's so scary. The Chrono ends, and Gabby is like really afraid to use this jump because you just can't chase anyone. Like you want to be like on Void, you want to be able to just jump from hero to hero and keep fighting, but you know that as soon as you jump, PA just instantly Phantom strikes you, and you will probably die. There's actually just no way. And when you're playing like that, I mean, you know what he's also done that's very offensive to me? He has left time dilation at level 1, and he's skilling his stats instead. Time dilation being at 28-second cooldown, like, what? It's so good this game as well. You're playing against Weaver, you're playing against Pango, Quap, and PA, all heroes that abuse these low cooldown spells. I think time dilation is incredible.
Like, I just want to take that +2 strength. You know, that's going to make the difference is what he's thinking, but...
It's a respectable thought process, maybe.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to die instantly, so...
Definitely feeling what you're saying about the time dilation, though. Ooh, Disruptor just gets away from a rotation as he gets down some deep vision. But unfortunately for T1, now they've got to play into the Aegis again, so... You can land the Chrono, the Roar on the PA, whatever it may be, and it's maybe not going to matter as long as she's got an Aegis. She's hit level 24, so getting close to that level 25 talent. Also got a free Ag Shard out of the Roshan as well.
No. I just really want to say again how impressed I am with Gabby's game sense. Like, he is not playing with wards. If anything, it's actually Boom with 2 wards in their own jungle to try and look for him, and he farms 1 camp. He's not even playing on the lane. And then he's like, yeah, I think they're probably looking for me. He just like starts hiding in trees again and leaves. He's dodged so many ganks like this. I feel so bad. Like Boom have just been sprinting after him from lane to lane. Any worst carry has died at least 10 times this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Honestly, Boom playing really, really good this game. Their team fighting is amazing. I think FBZ is such a threat on Pango. It feels really awful for Void. You want to Chrono PA because she's the carry that's killing everyone, but if you don't Chrono FBZ, like, his Pango is just gonna roll and murder you and stun you for so long.
Yep. And speaking of murdering, Tim's finds a poor little Snapfire in the bottom lane. And Boom Esports are not done. They're just using smokes to zip across the map. I feel like half the time they're smoking, they're not even like trying to get a kill. They're just like, you know, I want to be somewhere else. This smoke is going to give me some nice movement speed.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess even though the chases aren't really leading to anything, it is forcing them out, right? If you're a little bit lazier as a team, then maybe Gabby gets to like farm a hard camp, a medium camp, and a wade, right? But because they're just like, nope, we run at you, he gets half a camp and then has to back off. Yeah, he's living, for sure, but the net worth lead is at 20k because he's just not being allowed to kind of sit in one place and just accrue money and items. So Boom are doing a really fantastic job at just trying to keep T1 in their base, you know, or just don't let them get to any lanes, don't let them get to any camps. Just run.
Hero shows on map, run at them. But now T1 have managed to make their move out of their base here. The PA in the front lines goes in aggressively, got scouted out, got ran into by a smoke gank, but Jackie didn't care. Not with the Aegis in hand. He wanted just to fight his way through it, and I think T1 realizing this is like, okay, smoke gank failed. Let's get back to our base, back to turtling it up. Not the hero we wanted to find.
Very calm reaction from Jackie too. There was no panic like, oh god, there's heroes here. There was no like BKB reaction. He even saved that. He actually just was like, oh yeah, I'm strong. I have Aegis. You show your face to me. I don't care if you're 5 heroes. I'm just gonna jump instantly into you.
Yeah. Just jumped on the Void, forced a time walk away, tanked the Static Storm without BKBing. We'll get pulled back in here. He may lose his Aegis without much in exchange, but he's managed to blink in aggressively once again with the Satanic. Doesn't lifesteal all too much. Gets brought low and actually finished off by Zephyr, so they've taken out the Aegis now. They will have that Chronosphere now to deal with the BKB as well as the Raw, but on the backline, just the Queen of Pain, Yopaj, jumping in, perhaps a little bit too deep. He's Chronosphered underneath the tier 4 towers. Ghost Ship follow-up is there as well, but the grip onto the Faceless Void. The Queen of Pain does still go down here, but Jackie on the PA looking to clean things up here, and without Aurora or Chronosphere, they just don't have the control to address the PA. They glimpse her back, though. Perhaps with this, she's going to be too far in alone. The Scatterblast stun hitting her up as well with the Torrent, but here comes FBZ to perhaps save the day, or at least save the PA. They know they need to get him out alive here with the Satanic. Jackie is still healing himself back up. Fan of Knives doing a bit of damage as well, but he's been broken once more by the Silver Edge. Rolling Thunder comes to an end, and now it's full retreat for Jackie, but he gets glimpsed back into a Static Storm. Now he's in some trouble if there's any damage. Gabby's trying to find him, gets the time dilation slow. Scatterblast not going to come out as Zephyr gets stunned up. Nice play from Jackie to Phantom Strike away from the Scatterblast, but another glimpse back. He needs his BKB. He hasn't got it. Instead, he's got maybe a Satanic to heal his way through, and he's going to turn and look to fight his way out of this one. They just don't have an answer for Jackie. They try as hard as they may. They just can't kill this PA. BKB or not, Jackie survives through it all. He gets the tips from his teams. They use like 10 different stuns, and I feel like they glimpsed him back 3 times, and they still couldn't kill Jackie.
Goddamn Jack, boys. He's so big. Yopaj died like 2 minutes ago. I mean, at least a minute ago under the Ancient. Way too much of a dive from him. And here comes Jackie anyway. This is, I think last DPC season was really just the story of like, man, like I wish Tino would really pull a hard weight like when Yopaj had a bad game. And Jackie's showing that he can easily do it. He is a carry replacement that is turning up so hard. It is beautiful to watch. I think Boom are so strong and showing their strength in this game. Big turnaround from game 1.
And they're looking for that killing blow now, going for the tier 4 towers, going for the throw. No GG call yet from T1. They've got the buyback on the Void. One last hurrah. They go in with the Scatterblast into Cookie Stun onto the PA, but I don't know if they've got the damage to this one. Not when PA has a BKB still that he's holding on to. Cuckoo survives a little bit longer with a Ghost Scepter, but it's not really going to be enough. Gabby's going to be forced to time walk out of this, and the dagger kills Whitemon in his own fountain. GG is called. Game 3, here we come.